Hey everyone, my name is Simpsy. Welcome to my Warhammer 3 Malekith campaign. Have you never heard of Malekith, the Witch King of Naggaroth? Well, buckle up, because we're about to dive into the world of one seriously twisted dark elf. First off, Malekith fancies himself as a king, right? But not just any king, a Witch King. I mean, talk about a midlife crisis.
Okay.
Most elves his age would buy a fancy chariot or get a new haircut, but since Malekith had all of his hair, skin, pretty much all his body burnt trying to walk through the eternal flame, Malekith now has his body encased in a suit of magical black full plate armor and now wants to rule over a land of eternal darkness and misery. Classic Malekith. So Malekith belongs to a race called the Dark Elves, known for their dark and brooding fashion sense. I mean, they make Hot Topic employees look like they're in a Disney parade. You'll never catch a dark elf in a pastel robe. It's all about the shades of black and maybe a touch of crimson, just to show they're feeling a little bit wild today. And speaking of wild, these guys have a thing for monsters. I guess horses were just too mainstream in Naggaroth, so they roll into battle on cold ones, giant reptilian beasts. I mean, you've got to appreciate the dedication to being unique, but you can imagine the scenes before a battle. Alright, everyone, mount up. And mount up, I mean carefully perch yourself on this grumpy cold one while it gives you the stinky eye.
Yeah, boy.
But the Dark Elves don't just stop at edgy fashion and unusual steeds. They're also a big fan of Slade raiding. Yeah, you heard that right. They're like the neighborhood bullies who show up to a party and leave with half the snacks. Oh, you're having a barbecue? Do you mind if I borrow a few hundred of your citizens? We'll promise to return them eventually.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Now let's not forget their social hierarchy. It's like a never-ending soap opera of backstabbing and power struggles. These guys could give reality TV stars a run for their money. Tonight, on Keeping Up with the Dark Elves, Malekith suspects his cousin stole his favourite dark amulet and wants to summon a horde of dark sorcerers and launch another invasion of Ulthuan, while Morathi tries to maintain her power launching a new clothing line. Who will come out on top? Tune in to find out. So there you have it, folks, a short TLDR on Malekith and the Warhammer Fantasy Dark Elves. Edgy fashion, monster parading trade enthusiasts who are juicier than a vampire's fruit smoothie. They may be dark and twisted, but at least they keep things interesting in the fantasy realm. Just remember, if you ever get invited to a Dark Elf neighborhood barbecue, make sure you bring your own snacks. You never know when you or the snacks will go missing. Focusing in on the campaign now, Malekith's starting position and early to mid campaign can be quite challenging on the harder difficulties, due to the other surrounding powerful factions, particularly if you get RNG'd and ganged up on by Valk, Grombrindle, Silostra, Alithanar, maybe even Helebron. We will have to pick our enemies closely, divide and conquer these factions, and maybe try and coexist with some. Malekith and the Dark Elves are a mid-tier faction due to their reliance on melee infantry over missile, which is the meta in Warhammer 3, but they do still have some pretty good monsters. Warhammer 3 melee infantry are better than Warhammer 2, but missiles are still king in this game. Early on, we want to try and recruit Dark Shards, then go and get Black Art Corsairs. We could rush them via the Black Arcs. That's something we could look into. And then ultimately, we want to try and get those Shades, the dual weapons type. Victory conditions wise, we want to destroy Attain, which is Tyrion, and ultimately crush Lothern. We also want to try and eliminate as many high elf factions as we can. Alright, so we can give Kar Kaldra to the Skaven for peace, but we're not going to accept that. Alright, so we're going to declare war upon Grond now, and we're going to go eastward. Hopefully the Skaven, now that we've beaten them back a bit, won't be too much of a concern. We're going to make the decision to go and capture the entirety of the Grond province.
It's free real estate.
And we probably could do with another army in Naggarond as well. We want to try and secure that province as quickly as possible before Valk shows up. Let's go with a mine here, and let's go with a growth. Let's move these Dark Shards in. Let's get a trade agreement with Helebron, and we'll make plans to go for Grond. Malekith has 17 units now, and unfortunately Valk has taken one settlement in our province we want to try and conquer. That's annoying if she wants to try and come further south. Let's go with growth. We're sieging out Grond. Okay, we've waited 2 turns now. We've whittled down the garrison. We don't want to spend too long convalescing. 3 turns now, because this can be quite a tough siege. We've got a full stack here. Now we've got 2 lords. You don't want to waste too much time trying to conquer these earlier provinces, but it will be worth doing this, because now we get a close order resolve. So let's do this, because I don't enjoy sieges whatsoever, and we're probably going to get a favourable order resolve as well. Yep. So we're not going to lose any full units. Let's loot and occupy, of course. Very nice.
Nice.
They want trade. And unfortunately, the Beastmen have declared war upon us. Okay, let's go with Eternal Hatred. And let's go with that. Okay, so we've found Taurox here. We've got the entirety of the Chill Road. But for how much longer, I don't know. As we've got a small rebellion. Let's deal with this. Slowly but surely building up our slave economy, and we're going to be able to use them to rush this building here as well. We can finally get Black Arcs as well. We have been looking to rush them to get Black Arc Corsairs earlier. These are not going to be too useful early on, as we're not going to war with factions with coastal provinces. So I think what we'll try and do is try and coexist with Valk. Although Valk has taken our northern settlement in our province, I think we're better off getting a non-aggression and coexisting with her and going to war with Grombrindle. He's going to hate us for ages. Okay, let's try and get a military access with you. We'll try and keep good relations where we can. And we're moving over to go to war with Grombrindle. Him and Elithanar are probably going to declare war upon us at some point. And we might have an opportunity here to intercept his army. Right, that's been signed with Helebron. And he's been fighting the Skaven as well. So we're going to negotiate with them, join their war. And we might even get some money. 1,000 and a non-aggression pact. So now we're at war with the White Dwarf. We've caught him in a force march. So let's run him down. And we're going to have some Skaven reinforcements. Are you kidding me? Oh, nice. Well, let's fight this one on the battlefield. Pyrrhic victory. Skaven are going to hit him in the rear, while our 2 armies strike them from the front. Come here, dwarfy dwarfy. Let's go with the burning head. Nice.
Holy look at all this damage!
We'll let our dark shards try and whittle them down. Our dread spears and swords aren't going to be too good. So let's advance. They're charging us ultimately, because we have skirmisher supremacy. They do have some gunners that we're going to have to watch out for. And we'll send Malekith in against Grombrindle. I reckon in a straight up 1v1, he's probably not going to do too well. But here come the Skaven. The sneaky Skaven hitting them from the rear. Oh my god. They didn't expect the Vermintide. After a short war with them in the beginning, hopefully we can make them a loyal and trustworthy ally. Oh, yes, yes. Okay, let's move you here. And I'm sure the Skaven Council will be happy with Grombrindle losing prestige and influence in the west. We just need to kind of try and focus in on him. We've got a really nice multiple axis of attack there. It's just really Grombrindle holding. Everyone else has capitulated. Nice, bring him down. Turn him into an echidna, turn him into a porcupine. I think we just have to throw everyone in here. He's not capitulating. He is quite literally fighting to the last dwarf. Nice, close victory, we'll take that. Fair few casualties though. And Malekith is ranked up. Same with his sorceress. Let's move you back to Convalesce, and then we'll try and go for the Altar of Ultimate Darkness. We could probably do with some recruitment from the Black Ark there as well. So it is a legitimate strategy to actually trade off. Oh, okay, we've been attacked here by the Legion of Chaos. Oh no, Hagriff has attacked them. We'll decline that actually. Yeah, you can actually make peace if the Skaven become a bit of a concern and give them Cauldra, but I didn't. Alright, let's get with better supplies there. Oh, okay, this is surprising. Taurox, the brass bull, has attacked Malekith. Now, Malekith can prove that even a bull in a china shop can be civilized, I suppose. Also move our Black Ark there, as it is a coastal settlement. It does look like the Skaven are putting some pressure on him, though. We'll send Malekith with the main army to deal with Grombrindal. And unfortunately, we're bankrupt.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Okay, let's besiege out Hagreef, while Malekith looks to secure the gems and ale from Grombrindal. Okay, there's actually another Beastman army. They've moved back now, so that's going to be a little bit difficult to siege. We might need an additional army, and we're not quite at full strength. So I think we'll move to try and intercept this Beastman army. I have to manually play this one, as Malekith won't get there in time. Alright. Let's get rid of these horned buggers and whittle them down. Now we're going to have to make sure our flanks hold. Going with the Simpsy Fold. Just make sure they don't wrap. Now this is our first real test of these Black Ark Corsairs. I like them. I like them a lot. They're probably a B tier unit. I'd recommend them. You can rush them pretty early when you get Black Arks, instead of building the prerequisite building chain. Now we should be able to win this 1v1. And there shouldn't be too many of them left. It's going to be close. And we've gained victory. Nice. Let's just try and run down as many of them as we can. Pyrrhic victory, ultimately. So it was close. Let's move those Corsairs into Malekith's army. And we'll try and replenish and repair. Oh! Silostra is attacked. Well, we'll auto-resolve that one. We might be able to take the settlement while they do the work.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Gee.
So we can now move in, and we can take it. Nice. Let's loot and occupy. And let's get an aggression pack with her. So they're now in range of us. So we'll try and get some good relations with her. Alright, let's move back in. Non-aggression pack done. And we're going to try and secure the Iron Coast. Now, I think what we're going to have to do is bait that army. And then end the turn and see if we can get an ambush going. Nice, and it worked.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
So, decisive victory. We shall take the dub. Nice. Can't wait to get stuck into his gem stockpile. Let's move on in and take our first piece of territory over in the west. Let's go with Driven, I think. And we can probably deal with another Lord as well. Let's go with Disciplined there in Hagreef. Let's just try and run down as many of them as we can. Black Ark's on the way. And let's go down to the Elder Spire. Probably don't need you now. They want peace. Let's take the Elder Spire. Let's go with this. Let's go with War Leader. And minus upkeep. And once this spire is complete, that should be the last of the dwarfs. Getting rid of them early on is massive. On the Iron Coast. And Taurox has been defeated as well. We're whittling down some of those strong and surrounding legendary lords. So we got Lithanar, Valk. Let's go back to Nagarond. Alright, so he's come and spawned back again. We should be able to easily deal with him. Why won't you die, you crazy bearded man? extract and replenish that. That's what we want. They want trade, sure. We probably could do a quest battle just to get the rewards. Quest battles don't overly interest me. Let's add this. Get Malekith dripped out. And a Harpy's Roost as well, probably go with that. Alright, they've accepted this, nice. Military access as well. So, we're currently replenishing and repairing in Nagarond. Now, these ogres have shown up, so we probably should chip away at them. They've only got one settlement, so we're going to negotiate with the exiles of Nehek. Let's talk to the Tomb Kings. And we're going to go to war with these ogres. And we're going to negotiate with Valk and the Norscan puppets. Yeah, I think we've somehow managed to finesse good relations with her. Hagreef is now under siege. And, oh, it's a close one. It's because they're larger entities. We'll have to fight this one. Alright. Come on, let's have it. Let's have an all-you-can-eat buffet against these ogres. Let's move back towards our reinforcements. And we'll rally up with Malekith. And we'll send them back to the swamp from whence they came. Here come the ogres. Make sure our Dark Shards do a lot of the work. Let's flank around with you. Let's get this fire magic going. Move Malekith slightly back. Slowly but surely chipping away at them. Nice. Nice crispy ogres. Delicious. And we've gained victory. Alright, let's try and run down as many of them as we can.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Decisive victory. Let's enslave some ogres. Oh, the Tomb Kings are over here. Where did they come from? We'll take the auto resolve. Let's go with a sorceress's thing. And this is what we currently own. So we've got another decision to make. I think we go after a Lithanar rather than the Wood Elves. We might have to go coastally. Man, it's always quite interesting to see how this area of the map is divided. Let's continue to build up the foothills, and we're going to get military access with them. A defensive now with Hellebrand, and a Dark Elf Harbour. Sure. We'll accept that. And now we're at war with a Lithanar.
You're trespassing on my property. You didn't win in my yard.
Wait.
All of you.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
We're going to move into Korondkar and take it thanks to our Black Ark. So we're going to have a lot more use of them now on the coast. Upgrade 1 will do. And we're going to try and gobble up as many territory of his as we can. Let's get some Black Ark Corsairs. What are they smoking over here in the High Elves? And we're going to get a decisive victory. Now that our Black Ark has now moved on over. We'll take the auto resolve. No need to win decisive victories and battles that we're going to manually play and win. Okay. Oh, wow. Wulfric has declared war upon us. Surprising. So we've got to deal with the Norscan threat. Military access with Silustra, sure. And we're just sort of running down a Lithanar here. I think due to most of his territory being divided up between Silustra, the vampire, and a couple other factions. They're nowhere near as consolidated as what sometimes they are. Let's go with income from buildings. We'll colonize this. And now we have the Iron Coast. Military access with them. Sure, we'll accept that with Hellebrand. Let's get another Black Ark because we can afford it. Wulfric's come over. Hope it's not too much of a concern. Pyrrhic. Oh, that would be a tough one to actually manually play. Let's try and crush another one before it comes close. Alright, let's deal with this rebellion. And we're going to join Silostra's war against the Sisters of Twilight. That is the next big task. Wolfric just keeps on targeting us. Better off auto-resolving those, because those battles are actually easier to win in auto-resolve than manually playing them because of the large unit entity. He wants peace anyway. Small rebellions popping up. Should be able to deal with them. Whatever. Okay, we've lost a little bit of territory took from Elithanar. But we've got armies to try and stop them from growing. While we're focusing on the Sisters of Twilight. Hopefully this will be the last of Norska. Alright, we're moving into the Obsidian Peaks now. And it looks like Marathi is nearby. We've got our Black Arcs trying to destroy these Norscan vassals off our coast. Stopping them from getting a beachhead. Let's get some more Black Arc Corsairs. And whatever. Alright, let's take Vol's Anvil. A nice underrated settlement. And now we can make our way towards the Witchwood. We'll get a trade agreement with Marathi, Mummy. And let's perform this right to Cain. Getting more battle loot. Decisive victory. We haven't come across a full stack. I think it's just because they're at war with multiple factions. That can sometimes happen. We've made a defensive alliance with Valk. Malekith and our 2 full stacks are rolling on in, and now we've moved to a tier 2 army, mostly operating with Black Arc Corsairs. We've even got some Shades as well, with great swords. Nice. Let's loot and occupy as always. And we're moving into the Doom Glades. We're besieging the Witchwood now, and this has been such an easy war. We're rolling over the Wood Elves. What's this? A pixie attacking us. He goes on a wild hunt. Should be the last of them then. Let's get some more Shades. Get some more Dark Corsairs. Alright, we're going to join a war against the Tomb Kings. It seems to be working. They've got a fair few stacks. They're probably actually like stronger than the Wood Elves for whatever reason. Alright, let's go and break over their silly little sand castles. What have they been doing out here, hanging out in the desert? Building armies. Alright, let's get some skelly boys into our slave economy. Another decisive victory. We probably don't really need to focus on the Wood Elves now. They're probably done. Alright, this is what we currently own though. Another Black Arc. Let's go with this. Let's move you into here. They're actually quite strong. I'm surprised how large they are. But thankfully, we've been able to draw against already active wars with other legendary lords. And we're benefiting from dividing and conquering the factions early on. Alright. Loot and occupy as always. Yum, 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 yum. Enslaved, trade, repeat. And basically, that's them done. There's a couple territories here that we can try and colonize. We'll look to do that. And then we might actually betray Silostra, who's grown quite a bit due to our alliance with them. Tyrion's declared war upon us. Oh, Valk broke their agreement. Let's go renegotiate that. Okay. So Tyrion's nearby, but shouldn't be too much of a concern. What's this? Oh, small rebellion. They're destroyed now. Alright, let's get another Black Arc. Let's colonize this before Tyrion rocks up. I think Marathi should stop him though. She played the Sword of Cain. She's actually attacking Ulthuan quite well. We might need to put some pressure on Ulthuan at some point after we deal with Silostra. Alright, let's set up a plan to stop that vampiric corruption. We're going to talk to Helebron, and we're going to join her war against Silostra. We're ranked 2 now. Alright, let's move on in. Let's deal with these vampiric boys. These skelly boys. These pirates. Alright. Let's let and occupy this. Now we've got all the entirety of the obsidian peaks. Let's build a lumber camp. Okay. So let's move in here. Oh, we're probably going to have to manually play this one while we maintain the blockade. Alright, let's get these black arcs moving. Let's go down to the Twisted Glade. So, thankfully this territory is essentially border gored all over the place through various provinces. And we should be able to march on in. Oh, wait, they actually attacked me. Ooh, I'm going to take that, because it was a close defeat before. Yeah, we'll take the Pyrrhic victory on that one. That would have been difficult to fully besiege. Let's move on in. Doing well so far. Okay, so here is Silostra herself, and this is going to be a close victory. That's a lot of units. Okay, I think we'll manually play this one, because we're not getting a cheesy auto resolve. Alright, come at ya. Let's make this fat lady sing. Let's advance with our Corsairs. And then our swords. We've got a lot of shades now as well, so they're going to make a difference. Now, we will struggle against larger entity units. We've got Malekith coming in as reinforcements, but we're just going to make a strong long line and try and skirmish as many of them as we can, soften them up. They don't seem to be aggressively pushing us, which is fine by me. It's going to give us enough time to wait for our reinforcements to come in. Unfortunately, our centers capitulated there. Malekith has now come in. And now we're fighting them on two fronts. Alright, gotta watch out for her. Silostra herself, she's on a crab. Alright, let's get this down. We need to drop all kinds of magical hell. Okay, Malekith's doing alright. We're losing a lot, but I think we're going to be able to win this one. Time is on our side. Yeah, our weaker Corsairs and Spears, they're just not holding up as they were earlier in the campaign. Malekith is basically one shot here. I'm going to try and make sure he doesn't fall. Oh my, this is crazy. Silostra is making us fight to the last pirate. And we won a Pyrrhic victory. Nice. Right, let's get rid of you. And this other army. And then we should nearly have a nice chunk of Nagarond nearly fully under our control. Alright, Iron Foothills complete. Let's get rid of this drowned army. Let's loot and occupy. Let's convalesce. Whatever. Let's deal with another army of theirs. Loot and occupy. Alright, so we've got to focus on Tyrion now. But we're in a good spot against the drowned. Let's get moving. We want to set up an invasion and make plans for Ulth 1. Okay, so still following our campaign victory conditions. Hellebrand wants to make a confederation. She's got some territory over here though. We'll try and hold it. Oh, okay. It's because they had super low loyalty, they rebelled. That's annoying. And now we're in a civil war. Just as we're about to leave. I wanted to go to the donut. Get some nice Krispy Kreme. But unfortunately, we're going to lose the Troll Forge. We'll get Hellebrand in, because she wasn't actively fighting controlling an army for some reason. Okay, we've got 2 full stacks ready to go against the not-so-ever Queen. Malekith is going to try and secure some of those delicious donuts from the High Elves. And we're going to try and take Tor. We've got a Black Ark and 2 full stacks, so we should be enough to at least gain a footing. Operation Downfall begins. And we can't get that Black Tower just yet. Alright, let's see how the High Elves react. Oh, here come the High and Mighty Elves. Gonna have to manually play this one. This is gonna be super difficult because would like some more shades. We're gonna really struggle against their larger single entity units, particularly those damn dragons. There they are. Couple moon, couple sun. Okay, let's see how they react. Our reinforcements are coming with Malekith. And we'll try and roughly unite up. Now this is where the shades, the dual weapon shades, are really going to earn their wage. Alright, we need to focus on their dragons with our skirmishers and basically get everyone else to try and hold. We should numerically have the numbers. We'll get Malekith going. Jeez, their lords are pretty high rank and there's a lot of them. We need to win this one here today, or otherwise the invasion of Ulthuan will be delayed. Hopefully I've brought over enough units. I am slowly bringing more armies over, but we really need to hold this settlement. Because if we can use this as a launch pad, a lily pad, a leapfrog into Greater Ulthuan. We'll focus on the outer and then inner donut. Okay. Everyone else is capitulating except for the shades and the dark shards. They don't seem to be advancing that much though. Okay, we'll just delay as more units come on in. Now they're not pushing for some reason, I don't know why. Looks like a classic bug, unfortunately. The AI doesn't want to push and calculate. Oh no, here they come. They're going back in again. Maybe they're just sitting out of range. Because they know we're probably going to be able to snipe their dragons. Most of our Corsairs are done. Oh, we got rid of their general. Okay, more reinforcements coming in. It's just trying to micro so many units. Make sure Malekith doesn't fall. Let's reform this again. That seems to work. Okay, hang on. Dude, this is brutal, and this is only like 3 stacks. You can sort of get a little bit distracted in Naggarond if you get ganged up on. Like, I would have liked to go over to Ulthuan a little bit earlier because now they've had an opportunity to really, really build up. If they've got more armies, we're going to try and struggle to hold this position. Okay, just sort of skirmishing at the moment. Jeez, this battle's been going for ages. I just got to be careful because I don't want to fully capitulate our forces. We do outnumber them skirmisher-wise, but this is a brutal affair for the tour. Got to give it to the High Elves. They are making us fight the absolute bitter end, and we've got a victory. Crikey. Let's try and run down as many of them as we can. Oh my. Decisive victory. Nice. Let's hope Marathi can put some pleasure pressure on them down in the south. Okay, so I don't want to overextend, but we'll try and build up our settlements a bit. It's probably time to auto-manage some of this. Alright, more reinforcements are on the way. We'll get some of those regiments of renown. This is going to be tough. Alright, let's continue on. She's back again. I think I might take another manual battle here. Alright, come on. You not-so-ever queen. Let's pluck those flowers from that bouquet. Alright, here she comes, round 2. Man, Avalon is such a strong faction. At least we got some beastie boys. Some foul monsters, thanks to those regiments of renown. We've been saving them for a situation like this. Man, all this for a bunch of donuts. I sure hope they're delicious. Oh, hang on, we're being sniped here. Move. Uh-oh. This is not good. Our boys are running away. Alright, reinforcements are here. We're about to go beast and sicko mode. Nice. Just tactically retreating and repositioning. We're not withdrawing. We're just tactically retreating. Yeah, it's really those Sisters of Avalon and the dragons. They're a little bit hard to combat. Just need to really push here. Jeez, and this is only Avalon. We haven't even fought Tyrion or... What's his name? Eltharion, that's it. We've won a Pyrrhic victory after that. Jeez. We definitely need reinforcements quick fast. We've got Hellebron and some units sending more from Nagarond. Okay, so the White Lion's here. Let's get rid of him. Avalon come again. And these Nagaron separatists have attacked. We'll deal with them at some point. Alright. Small rebellion. We've got more units coming. We're trying to just flood everyone over. Although we won and got good victories, they were ultimately Pyrrhic.
Emotional damage!
Alright, I've sent an army over to try and deal with those rebels. Hellebron's now made her way south to the Shrine of Cain, and she has been now tasked after joining Malekith to take the shrine. I think Marathi has the sword. And we'll sacrifice this. Let's get a close victory there. I think we've beaten them back a bit. Alright, Tyrion's moving up some armies now. Let's try and crush some of his. Hopefully we've dealt enough defeats to them. Alright, let's try and take another shrine. The Shrine of Kornos. We've already got the trait earlier in the campaign. We're going to move towards the Phoenix Gate. And this will allow us to flood into the inner circle. Let's loot and occupy that. And now we have 5 stacks. Alright, let's build this up. Alright, I sent an army to go and deal with this rebellion at the Troll Fjord. Mostly just to get rid of the Civil War and the Separatists. I'm happy to give the Troll Fjord to Wulfric and maybe the other settlement. I'm surprised Hellebron actually expanded that far east. Alright, let's go with Shrine Sacrifices for Cain. So we get more post-battle loot. Probably should have swapped that earlier because some of those battles were giving us upwards of 10k. Uh-oh, disgruntled dwarves? Distrunk dwarves. I think it's because they're probably going to be the end time battle. Alright, we're going to use our Black Arcs on the coast to help out. Basically give us full stacks off the coast. And we'll push into the Serpent Jetty, and I have no ambition to hold it. We'll give it to Wulfric, and we'll be compensated well. Let's get some more shades. I'm going to push into the Unicorn Gate now and secure another gate choke point. This will really allow us to project power and win decent auto resolves like this when they push to try and retake our lands. So we've got the Unicorn and Phoenix Gate locked down. Let's run them down. Alright, we can finally upgrade Hargreave. Nice, we're going to push into the Ever Shale. And we're probably going to be able to take Avalon soon itself. They mustn't have too many settlements left, this High Elf faction. Okay, small rebellion there against the Tomb Kings, whatever. Okay, we've got a really nice chunk here now. We might be able to get a confederation with Morathi at some point. We're still in a war with Otharian. Alright, we're going to be able to push into their capital now and take the Vale. We're going to push westward now. Ooh, that's going to be Pyrrhic, but we'll take it. Oh, great. Bretonia's all with us. Leon Coeur is going to come over. Let's take the Griffin Gate. This should be the last of this faction. I think Morathi has sort of distracted Tyrion while we've been able to focus on Avalon, which has been hard fought. Alright, moving down the west coast now. Let's get another Black Ark. Sacrifice those slaves. Let's get some more shades as well. And now we're pushing against Tor Finn. Let's take another Tor. Very nice. Let's get some more shades. Let's take White Peak with Hellebron. And we're going to be able to get another decisive victory. We've got some great Shade Doom stacks rolling over Ulthuan. Okay, got to watch out for the Bretonians now. A little bit annoying that they're there. We're about to get rid of the Everqueen again. Okay, so we're at war with Tor of Varese now. So be it. They're bringing in an army. Let's upgrade the Black Flood there. Let's take the Eagle Gate. Ah! Okay, we're going to get a confederation with Mummy Morathi. Nice. We'll try and get her over. She was a pretty useful ally distracting those armies. When you've got so many stacks, it's just a little bit hard to micro. And we'll get that Cult of Pleasure territory down. They have taken some territory in the south, though. Alright, here we go. Leon Coeur has been intercepted. And let's get rid of him. As if we're at war with Bretonia. The High Elves making a shrewd play to get them involved. A grudge too far. Uh-oh, so it begins. That's really bad. Oh no! Grom Brindle is back. I'm back, we're back, baby. No.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now.
Okay, well, we'll focus on Ulthuan. We should be able to hit our victory conditions, but let's try and get some trade with Kolic. We should be able to take pretty much the entirety of Ulthuan before the dwarves really do a number. Oh, that's annoying. That 4 full stack spawned. Alright, maybe that's the plan. If we can get the entirety of Ulthuan, there's not going to be dwarves here. Of course he's back. We played him so well. Alright. I will try and divert some funds there, just because we've got so many. But he's going to go on an absolute tirade down the western provinces there. Moving into Krace now. And we'll try and finish off Attain. Moving into Calador now. We're probably getting close to our long victory conditions. But we would have to get rid of Imric, who is super far east. I'm not sure where Teclis is exactly. Okay, I will send Mummy Morathi to Nagarond. And we're going to try and recruit where we can. All over the place. As long as I don't lose Nagarond, I don't really care about those former Tomb King and Dwarf provinces. It's like whatever. Alright, great. Another one bites the dust. I did put and construct a lot of garrisons and units. We haven't got units over there, but I did construct a lot of garrisons, but they're still not strong enough against the tide of the dwarves. Let's restructure Malekith's army. And we're going to be able to besiege Lothern now. And once Attain is destroyed and we've taken the capital, that's it. Victory will be ours. Alright, let's move into Vol's Anvil with Hellebrand. 113 turns. Crikey. They want peace. Count Noctilus. Let's upgrade Avalon. And we're at the time where we probably should auto-manage a lot of this as well. It's getting a little bit out of hand. Alright, let's throw them out of Marathi's territory once and for all. Tor Ivres. And now we can take Avalon. Although it's decisive, we'll manually fight this one, as it is the High Elf capital. Let's take this city. Go, 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 go. Haven't had too many sieges in this series, but it's obviously historically and culturally significant. The Dark Elves flooding into the High Elf capital. The Phoenix King is back, baby. In the form of Malekith. Once this is taken, Attain only has one more settlement left. Let's move in. Make sure everyone's got good attack orders. Shouldn't be able to hold too much longer. We've got reinforcements as well. Let's get Hellebrand in. Bro, these shades are so good. I highly recommend them. Especially the great weapon variant. Even the dark shards are pretty underrated. Anything with shields is usually pretty good. Close victory. Ultimately. Man, sieges are brutal. Alright, let's take Lothern. And now we just need to take the Shrine of Assur. And that's it. Attain is no longer. They're destroyed. And we've hit our victory conditions. They've been complete. Nice. Going to continue on a little bit longer. Because I want the entirety of the donut. The dwarfs are going to do their thing. Alright, let's move on in. And they shouldn't have much more territory here left in the donut. Let's finish off the last of Eltharian's territory in Ivres. Let's push into Tor Ivres. Nice. Let's loot and occupy. And that's it. All of the donut is fully under our control. And a lot of Nagaron as well. Alright, so ultimately, Malekith's plan was to move the entirety of the Dark Elf economy to Ulthuan just to get away from Grom Brindle and the dwarfs. Unfortunately, on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see more from me, check out the videos on screen. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.